Are you someone who's trying to lose weight but you love to snack? Or do you have a craving for snacks throughout the day and think low calorie is just boring? Well, there's no need to feel guilty for having snacks anymore because today I am sharing with you some of my favorite low calorie snacks that I have personally tried, and whether you have a craving for something sweet, something salty, or something crunchy, I have something for you. So the first snack I'm going to share with you is basically this seaweed snack that I actually grew up eating and didn't know that it was considered a low-calorie snack until actually pretty recently. So in one of these bags, there are roughly 8. So there's basically 8 little bags like this, and behind on the nutrition facts, it says there's 4 servings per container, which means every 2 bags is 20 calories, telling us that one of these bags is only 10 calories. This snack is actually also spicy, so just a heads up for people who actually don't like to eat spicy foods. This brings us to our second snack because it's very similar. I'm just going to go ahead and share that next. So bringing us to our next very similar snack, this is a kelp knot. It's also spicy and actually tastes pretty similar to this, but this one is a seaweed and this one is kelp, which is slightly different, but to be honest, I don't exactly know where the difference is. Again, if I look at this back here, it says 22 calories and each serving is roughly 2 bags of this also again. So if we divide that by 2, one pack is really only about 10 to 11 calories. So one last thing about these two is that these actually have a little bit of sauce or juice in there. So these are slightly wet snacks, I guess. Delicious wet snacks. So the next 2 snacks I'm going to show you are the crunchy snacks, 2 different ones that are my favorite out of all the ones that I have tried. And the first one I'm going to show you is this wild chips. This is a protein chip. It's actually made of real chicken breast and chicken broth. So there really is only about 10 grams of carbs in here, and there's 210 calories in one bag. Sometimes, honestly, I would just eat this for a lunch or something if I don't have time to make food. There's actually also different flavors, like chicken and waffles. This one's salty sweet. It's actually not bad. There's Himalayan pink sea salt, and I think these are the only 3 bags I have left, but they also have spicy queso and buffalo wing flavor, and I think also salt and vinegar. I really love the salt and vinegar one. Alright, this next crunchy snack is actually a Korean snack that I have just stumbled upon not so long ago, maybe a week or 2 ago, but I promise you I have tried it. So these are bagel chips. I actually bought the pack of 4, so there were 4 different flavors. This is just one of the flavors. This is the Choco Cinnamon Bagel. I already ate one of them and I forgot which one it is. I think it's soup flavor or something, but no, this one's the soup flavor. This one's the one that I already ate. The other one was, I think, garlic bread flavor, and I already finished that one. And since I already have this, I'm going to actually open up and show you what's inside. But just to give you the gist of it, every one of these, the calories may differ just a little bit because of the flavoring, and this does have added sugar, just FYI. For this snack, it will really depend on, are you on a low sugar diet or a no sugar diet, or if you're okay with it. But then again, there's not really that much sugar because there's 2 servings in one. We're not telling you to eat the whole thing in one because honestly, you can't. I had about a third of this bag and I was starting to feel full. So this is one of the snacks where it's it will make you feel full, especially also if you drink water, because these are literally bagels cut into slices. So this is what it looks like. I already had some, so there's a lot more in here than it looks in here because I already had some yesterday. But this is how it looks like. I don't know if you guys know those trail mixes. You'll see sometimes you'll see ones with little bread cuts like that. That's how it looks like. It's really, really delicious. Per whole container, this one's 280 calories. Per whole container, this is 270 calories. I want to save the meal, the one that I can make a whole meal, for last because I've actually done that before. But now we're going to move on to some other snacks. And I know a lot of people have had a lot of protein bars in the past, and I don't know where my other protein bar went. I literally had more the other day. But this is the first protein bar that I actually eat a lot of. This is the Pure Protein. You can literally get this off of Amazon, from Costco, and many other like just local supermarkets and stuff. This one is 180 calories. Half the time I can only eat about 2/3 of a bar at the max before I feel like I don't want to eat anymore. There is only like 3 grams of sugar in this flavor, and some of them 2 grams. So really it's not that much, but it does taste sweet because it is chocolate. So then I stumbled upon a different protein bar that I personally just actually love even more. It's smaller. This is the Fibu brand, and this one is the matcha milk flavor, because who doesn't love matcha? Because matcha is one of my favorite flavors in the world, or like favorite things to drink in the world. And so is my sister. Like, we both just love matcha so much. But anyways, let's go back to this. This is a lot smaller compared to this, so I can always finish this in one sitting. This one is a lot softer, and it doesn't really taste like protein powder. Like, it doesn't taste like that proteiny, powdery flavor that a lot of like protein bars in the past that I've tried has. And this one's actually just a little under 100 calories. So it's another one of those really nice, soft, chewy snacks. These two I just love for when I have to go exercise and I just need something in between with like a 10-minute gap or something like that. Moving on to the last 5 snacks that I tend to like to put together and create a meal, like a legit meal for when I don't have time to cook, and all I do is just literally put these in my bag and go. So in this meal set snack, the first snack I'm actually going to share with you is a seafood snack. This is crab meat snack, but it's actually imitation crab, so it's actually made of like fish meat. And within one of these bags, I honestly never counted how many are in there, but I'm guessing around like 15 to 20 bags, because there was actually a lot more than I thought. Considering it's telling me that there's 5 servings per container, the calories are 39, I would assume one of these are literally under 10 calories because there's about 15 to 20 sticks in here. Most of the time I would eat about 2 each time, and that's really only just 20 calories. And this is the second bag that I've opened already, and it's already nearly all gone. There's about 5 or 6 sticks left in here, and then the 2 that has been in my bag. So, oh, not to mention, I already bought another one. So the next 2 snacks I'm going to share with you are the sticky snacks. They are literally purple yam and sweet potato. They are dried with no added sugar and no nothing, and I can tell you that these are really sweet on its own. Like, it's yam sweet and sweet potato sweet. Like, there's no added sugar type of sweet. And one bag of the sweet potato is about this big. There is about 9 in here, and it's 130 calories roughly per one, and they satisfy the sweet cravings really, really nicely. And this is the purple yam or purple potato. This is the second bag, the one that I haven't opened. This is the last one from the first bag. This one is about 120 calories per stick. Sometimes they're just a little bigger and sometimes they're just a little smaller, so the calories can vary. Okay, on to the next one, and I think you're going to see more and more of how I can create a meal out of these snacks. The next one is this. Originally, I actually bought the instant corn on a cob. Like, you can literally just tear it open, you can eat it, and I actually have one right here. This is instant corn. Like, you can literally just open the bag and eat it by itself. But then again, sometimes when you're eating out, like when you're just sitting in a hallway, you don't want to be eating like a whole corn on a cob because corn gets stuck in your teeth. So I stumbled upon the corn kernels. These are instant sweet corn kernels, and one bag is only 70 calories. But the only thing is, I would recommend eating it with a spoon, because I've tried eating it with a spoon and eating it without a spoon, and eating it without a spoon is hard, and you don't want to like pour it like that and then just accidentally pour it all over your body. I still have this much more, and I already ate a bunch. So moving on to my last and favorite snack. I wouldn't even consider this a snack because sometimes I actually use this to do a meal replacement, because this is an actual legit egg with like, there's actually some vegetables in there too, if you see like the green little dots. This one doesn't have like cane sugar, it does have like a different type of like sugar replacement type of sugar in there. So it is more on the healthier side. This is 158 calories. I have actually eaten this for lunch a couple of times this past 2 weeks, This is actually the second box opened right here, and I have another 2 boxes at home because there's 10 in each box. But anyways, this is the final thing that I wanted to share with you guys today. This one is less of a snack and more of like a meal replacement type of thing. Final section of this video today, creating a meal out of the snacks that I have. So what is the most common way I like to create this meal? Because it gives slightly a more like well-rounded nutrition type of meal. First, we don't forget about the protein, which is the egg, and as a snack for a little bit of extra protein, because this is fish meat, imitation crab sticks, I will sometimes do like this with maybe one of these sticks, and then I will do the either sweet potato or a purple yam. Either one, we don't want both because it's too filling. And then I will also add the corn as a vegetable. So for example, this will become a meal for me, like a meal replacement type of meal for me. And sometimes I'll have this with a protein bar and maybe like a seaweed snack, and this will be a little lighter on protein. And if you like really want to look at the carbs, you know, sometimes I'll have like half a bag of this with an egg or protein bar, either egg or protein bar, mostly the egg. And then I'll also have like purple yam and also the sweet corn. I do really like corn. I don't know, there's a lot of ways you can just put together a meal. And one of the other more common ways I will do it is actually with one of these wild chips because they are protein. And then again, you know, then I wouldn't use this. Or actually when I do that, I usually don't do corn. I will do a little bit of like kelp or seaweed because, you know, just for the purpose of vegetables. And then like possibly one of these. As you can see, there's actually a lot of ways I can put together a replacement meal with these snacks without feeling guilty, because even if I put together a bunch of this, it's like 300-400 calorie meal. I wouldn't say this is a great idea for you to be eating every single day as a meal, but it's really good for like satisfying some of the cravings that you might have throughout the day instead of eating like a bag of chips, let's say. Have a bag or like half a bag of these. Just know that you don't have to give up all the snacks that you normally like to eat, even if they are high calorie, because to me personally, honestly, I don't think there's a problem with having snacks. My personal problem is that I just snack throughout the day. So that's why I'm like opting for healthier versions of snacks that are lower calorie and can kind of, you know, just help me get all those cravings out throughout my day. But then again, you know, these are all your choices. I'm just giving you options out here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like, comment, and or subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!